So obviously what you're going to see, the first world title fight is going to be, again, Prince Patel versus Michael Vanquist. So we'd like to get Prince on stage, say a few words.
Hello. Don't really know what to say, but I want to thank God for giving me for blessing me. I want to thank the promoters, Bill, Desange. I want to thank Amir for giving me the opportunity to showcase my skills. And I'm looking forward to becoming world champion, winning the IBO, then hopefully unifying the division.
So let's have a few words in Spanish from Vanquist as well.
Buenas tardes. Primero que nada, agradecido con la presentación, con la prensa, con los organizadores del evento. Estoy muy alegre de estar en un evento como este. Me siento feliz, me siento como si estuviese en casa. Me han recibido de una manera excelente. Es un país muy bello. Las personas aquí me han tratado como parte de su familia y eso me tiene relajado, eso me tiene tranquilo. Quisiera que sonara esa campana ya porque hay que brindar este espectáculo lo más pronto posible.
So he wants to thank all the gathered attendants, the press, and everybody here for being present. He said he's been very well received in this country. He doesn't even feel like an outsider. He feels like he's part of family. The way he's been treated all week, and he said the time for preparing is done, and now he's ready to give his all for this fight and put on a spectacular performance on Friday night.
So the next world title fight we have is obviously Dave Penalosa against Lorito. So I'll have Lorito say a few words very quickly. Lorito.
Good afternoon, everyone. Well, I would like to thank Amir and all the guys who made this fight happen. And I also like to thank God for giving me a safe trip to Saudi Arabia. So I got a call on the 30th of May about this fight. And as soon as I got the call, I went straight to the gym. So I've had a good camp. I've had 7 weeks of hard camp. And I'm really looking forward to fighting for Dave Penalosa. And I know that they are looking at him as the next Filipino superstar. But to me, he's my next victim because he's never fought anyone like me before. He's undefeated, he has 11 knockouts, but when I look at his record, he has fought guys that have more losses than wins. So compared to my record, I have fought a former world champion, and I've also beaten champions before. So I'm really looking forward to Friday night, and thank you all for coming. Thank you, and God bless.
So those that don't know, Dave Penalosa comes from a very heritage boxing family. Jerry Penalosa was a great world champion. And this fight actually came about with Manny Pacquiao, who's a partner actually in Super Boxing. He said, look, you've got to get Dave Penalosa on the show. So I'll get a few words from Dave on stage.
Good afternoon to every one of you. I would like to thank SBL and Bill Doshans for inviting me here in Jeddah. It's a big opportunity for me to showcase my skills. Me and my team are excited for this fight. We train hard for this fight and don't underestimate Dlamini. I know he's young and hungry, so I got to be ready. So I will do my best. Thank you.
So now, obviously, I think a lot of people are looking forward to it. Now you're going to see the big guns, you know, so let's hear it for Samuel Peters.
Good afternoon, everybody. I just want to give God all the glory. Thank Him for giving me a safe journey to this beautiful country. And we here in Jeddah for the big fight. And I thank everybody. I thank the promoter for giving me opportunity again to be here and to fight. I know it's going to be a great fight. I just want everybody to come early. Thank you.
So needs no introduction. Let's hear it from Hughie Fury.
Hello. First of all, I want to thank Bill and Team Khan for having us on this show. Beautiful event. I'm looking forward to it, putting on a show. It's like I say, it's the land of the heavyweights here. It's going to be action-packed, plenty of fireworks, but I can't wait to put on a show for you guys, and God bless you all.
So now, obviously, the fight that all you guys have been waiting for, the main event, you're going to see Billy Dib take on Amir Khan, and obviously between two of these, there's 4 world titles, you know, between them over the years. So I think it's going to be a cracking fight, and let's see what Billy Dib has to say.
Assalamu alaikum. Just want to say that first and foremost, I want to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because without Allah, none of this would be possible. To the team, Amir, Bill, and his team, thank you for the opportunity. You know, it's a big opportunity for me. Nothing's expected of me, and when you expect nothing, you get everything. You know, Amir Khan's the bigger man. He's been involved in some really, really big fights. So I'm just proud to be here today, and I'm looking forward to dancing with Amir Khan on the 12th of July.
He needs no introduction. He's a partner, he's a brother. Just want to get a big thank you to him, obviously, for making this happen. He's been a great influence in everything what we do in Super Boxing League. Let's hear it for Amir Khan, everyone.
Hi everyone, I just want to say a big thank you to Jeddah Seasons, Saudi Arabia, Super Boxing League, Bill, for making this happen. I remember a couple of weeks ago, Bill called me. It must have been about 9 weeks since the last fight I had against Crawford, and obviously I'm on a vacation with my family, and Bill goes to me, listen, I need you back in the gym again because I want you to fight in Saudi Arabia. I was like, well, give me a break, let me have a little bit of a rest now, because obviously I've just come off a training camp against Crawford for the Crawford fight. I need a nice break, but then obviously when the offer and the deal was on the table to have a fight in Saudi and to make history, it's very hard to turn down. Obviously, our first opponent, which I was training for, was Niraj Goya, who had an accident and was no longer able to fight. I had to move on, and that's when Billy Dib stepped up and said, "I'll fight you." You know, I'm not taking this fight lightly at all. Billy is also a 2-time world boxing champion. I know what it's like when you are a champion and when you're not a champion. So I know how hard he's gonna train and where this fight is gonna take both of us. After the winner of this fight will go on to, you know, fighting for a world title one day. Obviously, WBC, I want to thank them for putting the title on the line, which will give us a top 5 ranking in the welterweight division. So I'm really looking forward to it. You know, training camp it's gone really well. I want to thank Bones Adam and Alex Ariza. It was a quick turnaround, so we had to quickly get the trainers in and get back into training camp. Most of my training camp was in England, Bolton. And I just can't wait to get back in the ring again and show off my skills in front of the Saudi fans and the Saudi people. So I just want to say thank you again to the KSA and the GSA for giving us this opportunity, and hopefully we'll have many more big fights over here. Thank you.
So we're going to open it up for Q&A, and be good to hear from obviously the trainers how the camps have gone. So Mike's questions.
A great occasion to box here, but also potentially it's a big banana skin. Have you comprehended what a loss here would mean to your career?
Yeah, definitely. You have to look at all cases what can happen in the fight, and obviously I have to make sure that I am on my A game. I can't take this fight lightly at all. If I want to one day fight for another world title, I have to get past this fight, and I know Billy's going to come to win. We've both, obviously he's a two-time world champion himself, so am I. We've been in this position before when you fight for world titles and everything, so I know I can't take it lightly. Just have to make sure my eyes on the game, and I just want people to forget about the last fight against Crawford. I want to move on. I'm back on winning ways and get a good win, and like I said, show off my skills in Saudi Arabia. So yeah, I've been training very hard for this. Training camp was tough because obviously with the change of opponent quickly, we had to change the game plan and everything. But look, we've done everything we needed to do. I've got Alex Ariza here who's pushed me hard in conditioning. I've got Bones Adam who's pushed me hard in my boxing. So I'm really more than ready, really.
And Billy, are you prepared to step up a couple of weights, and what problems is it going to pose for you going in with somebody who is physically bigger?
I'm definitely looking forward to moving up in weight and challenging Amir Khan. It's not something that hasn't been done before. Amir did it himself when he fought Canelo. We had an Australian fighter by the name of Jeff Horn who stepped up to fight Anthony Mundine. So, Amir had great success in doing that against Canelo until he got caught. So, I truly feel that I'm up for the challenge. And I wouldn't have taken the fight if I didn't feel like I could win. So I'm here to win. I'm definitely here to win. I'm not here to just make up the numbers.
My question is to Mr. Amir Khan. As you are giving training to Saudi boxers in Saudi Arabia nowadays, what future you see for the boxing field in Saudi Arabia?
This is the start of introducing boxing to the people in Saudi Arabia, and hopefully we can have more events like this. It's about having the talent, the local talent involved in this, and giving them an opportunity to one day, start get into the boxing gyms. So we just tied up a big deal with Fitness Times, where the super boxing gyms are now going to be in the Fitness Time gym. So that gives an opportunity to all young people of Saudi Arabia to get into boxing. I mean, the only way you're going to learn how to box and you're going to see if you like boxing is if you go into a gym and take that first punch. That's what I did. First time I went to a gym, I loved it. I loved the smell, and I loved that, everyone was hitting the bags, and I loved the hard work and the push that you have to give into boxing. So this is what I want to give back to Saudi Arabia. I want Saudi to hopefully produce their own champions. Instead of international fights happening, one day have their own fighters to fight here. This is how we've started it with Jeddah Sharks and Jeddah Tigers. These are a lot of locals who are going to be fighting each other. So I think it's just good promotion for the country, and hopefully we can get a lot more fighters.
I have a question, Amir Khan. My name is Amir Khan, Pakistan Television. Just the same ring question, that how many students till now Saudi youngsters came in your ring, and how it will be continue when people will go on your countries?
Yeah, so the federation has around about 300 boxes already. When we had the gyms, last week we did a full week of training and coaching at the super boxing gyms. It was full of young kids who wanted to train, and honestly, I could see that there was a lot of talent. The same concept I've done in Pakistan, opening boxing academies, the same that we're going to do here in Saudi Arabia. So
I'm really looking forward to it. Look, we have to give it a try. We have to give it a push, and obviously we want the locals to get involved. And one day, you never know. I mean, from this, we might have an Olympian, we might have Olympic champion, we might have world champions as a professional, or Asian champions. And it's great to be working with WBC as well. The World Boxing Council is on board with us to help and support us. So, I mean, we've got everything, and now it's up to the locals in Saudi to stand up and say, listen, we want to give it a go.
السلام عليكم. هل ستكون SBL متواجدة في موسم الرياض؟
Sorry. Yes, for sure. I mean, what we're doing, obviously, Jeddah season is just the beginning, and then obviously from here we'll be going to Riyadh season, and obviously being a part of all Saudi seasons. I mean, this is a great initiative from the government, from promoting sports, lifestyle, and no, it really is. So we're going to be a part of every season. And the season runs for 6 weeks, this particular season, and our format of the Super Boxing League runs for 6 weeks as well. So it's just a perfect combination.
Can you hear me? It's an amazing feeling. I hope once I become the first Indian world champion that I can inspire other Indians to take up the sport, because I know there's obviously got to be a lot of talent out there, and I know that the people are very strong in India, so I'd like there to be other Indians winning world titles. But I forgot to mention up there that I want to thank the IBO for giving me the opportunity to fight for their world title. It's a world title held by many greats like Lennox Lewis, Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz now, Chris Eubank, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. And I'm hoping that the WBC, when they see my performance, put me in their world rankings, because I'm already in the WBO and the IBF, and I want to unify the division after.
Like you say, I just take one fight at a time, and I'm never afraid to fight anyone's back garden. So go back after this fight, go back to the team, and whoever's willing to fight, like I say, anyone in the top 5 in the world, we're there, ready to fight.
Hi. Freecom TV here. Amir, nice to see you here at Dibs. It's a good event, good setup. Big shout out to Bill. Amir, I got a question for you. Your original opponent, he pulled out. He was training different for him. You had a short, maybe, to get prepared for Billy the Dib. And I think Billy the Dib ain't bringing a 9mm, he's bringing a double barrel shotgun. How do you prepare for Billy the Dib? How do you prepare for Billy the Dib?
The first guy.
No, how do you prepare for Billy after training for Goya? And he's pulled out now. Training changes. How does that work?
Yeah, we had to change the whole game plan. We had to change the way our sparring partner had to change. So we got a different sparring partner. And I want to thank my sparring partner if he's here. Thank you for the great work you give me, Joe. His name is. We had to change a lot of things, and obviously having bones. And then we had to start watching a lot of videos and break the fight down, how we can win, what we need to do, what we can't do in the fight. Because I know that Billy is quite, explosive at times. He's got good shots, he's got great angles, and he's got good power. So you can't take nothing away from him. You can never take anything away from a guy who's won a world title. He's won a world title not once but twice, and so I have to make sure that I do everything right, because he'll know maybe how to get in there and fight in the inside, fight on the outside. So we worked on everything that we had to, and also the strength side, on the fitness side. So we'll be more than ready for this fight. But it is a big change, because Goya was more of a come forward, rugged fighter. And they're the dangerous ones sometimes as well, when they throw shots from all different angles. But then again, it was quite similar to Billy, because Billy also throws a lot of shots from different angles, and sometimes that can catch you off guard as well.
And I got a quick question for Billy. Billy, you call Billy the Kid for a reason. are you bringing your A game against Amir? Because I know, you know, as a person who watches boxing, that you're up there, you've been twice world champion. What does this mean to you? Are you still hungry?
I mean, for me, this is probably the biggest opportunity in my life. So, of course, I'm going to capture it with both hands, you know what I mean? Because you don't get opportunities like this. This is definitely a monumental moment in my career and in my life. And I'm definitely going to be taking this opportunity with both hands. And I'm looking forward to getting in there and mixing it up. And you know, for many, many years, I always wondered what it'd be like to fight in the higher weights. And now I finally get a chance to do it. And, you know, I haven't really got much longer left in my career. So this is the perfect time.
السلام عليكم. عندي سؤال للكابتن أمير. هل في يوم تعتقد إنه بطل العالم يكون يوم من الأيام سعودي أم لا؟
How can a future Saudi world champion come out? I think it's all about going to the boxing gyms and training. That's why we've helped with the facilities. With having the super boxing gyms, will give the opportunity to these young Saudi fighters to get involved in boxing and to try it out. And also, the more boxing events we have in Saudi Arabia, I think it's only going to promote boxing, and then the more fighters will come from that as well. And one day they will see that there's fighters like myself, there's fighters like Billy Dib here. We've got a great undercard. We've got Huey Fury here, who's also, it might be one day, he's going to be a world champion as well. You got Samuel Peters. You got some great champions here. So to be honest with you, I think it's only going to inspire the local Saudi kids and the young people to get involved in boxing, and then slowly you'll start seeing champions coming out of Saudi Arabia. But this is just the start of something big, in my opinion.
Can you hear me? Yeah. First and foremost, it feels amazing to be on such a big card so early on in my career. You know, boxing alongside and in front of like some of the biggest names in boxing, and you know, I'm very grateful for the opportunity, and you know, I won't let the opportunity slip. I'm going to put on a good performance.
We'll take one more question, and then we'll have the face-offs.
Look, I have a question for Zuhair Ghahtani. After you get this W, what is the next step? And what challenges do you expect to face moving forward?
Yeah. Good question. First of all, I never undermine any opponent, so I'm looking forward to this fight. Once I get through this fight, hopefully the future, inshallah, I'm planning to do something great for Saudi, bring something big for Saudi. Within this year, God willing, I'm looking for some form of title. I see you with the WBC president here, so in advance, I'm gonna go for the WBC Asia title, some form of Asia title. I'm gonna bring something to Saudi. I'm gonna spark the Saudi youth's mind. Me being the first Saudi, like I said, it's never good enough. Me being the first Saudi with a belt would be great. Me being the first Saudi to be a world champion would be amazing. So inshallah, it's history in the making.
I mean, there you hear it, a future Saudi Arabia world champion. So I want to thank everyone for coming. I want to thank all our sponsors for supporting us. I want to thank Mick Hennessy for his support, and everyone that's there. So can we start off a face-off with the IBO world title first, and then...